Your innocent flirting might actually be cheating if you cross these lines. Okay, so maybe you put one too many ys on the end of a hey text to an old friend. Or maybe you held. Sometimes, flirting that seems innocent at first can become a slippery. Terry Orbuck, PhD, author of and professor at Oakland University in Michigan, agrees and adds flirting. So, you don't need to worry if you or your SO pays extra attention to a friend or signs off the occasional friendly email with XOX. Aw. This doesn't mean you can't chat up the cute bartender when you're out with friends. Just know that this one might seem obvious because hiding things from your SO is never good, but it's important to ask yourself if you're keeping a flirty relationship to yourself because it doesn't matter or because you're scared of your partner's reaction. That's not exactly cheating, but it's not exactly good either. If you've been flirting with a coworker or friend for months but it's all been surface level conversations, you're fine, flirt away. But it's okay if you don't go to your partner first. Maybe you got bad news at work and just need to vent to whoever's closest, but they should be one of the people you go to for emotional support on the reg. If people. No shame in your game, but if you're what Whitborn calls a chronic past, it might seem like nothing to share an inside joke with an old friend or work colleague, but it's really. If your body is with your SO but your mind is with someone else, then you're likely heading into dangerous territory. That said, infidelity is one of the 3 main reasons couples call it quits. Erase the other two. Don't pretend it's not happening, it is. The first step is. From there, Orbuck recommends setting flirting rules and boundaries that you're both comfortable with. You may have to change. Related video. These DIY projects spark the most arguments for couples, according to a new survey provided by Real Simple.
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.